Global oil prices hit 5-month low amid supply glut fears and U.S.-China trade tensions. World Pulse News, Global Update, October 20, 2025. Oil prices have dropped to their lowest levels in nearly 5 months, raising concerns over a potential supply glut and weakened global demand. Brent crude fell to around $61 a barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate settled near $57.50. This marks the third consecutive week of decline for global oil benchmarks, reflecting growing market anxiety. Energy analysts warn that oversupply fears could deepen as inventories continue to build in key storage hubs around the world. Traders are closely watching signals from the United States, where recent data shows a sharp rise in crude stockpiles. According to reports, U.S. reserves have grown by over 3 million barrels this month, pushing prices downward amid limited refinery demand. At the same time, global demand is weakening due to slower manufacturing output and ongoing trade tensions between major economies. The International Energy Agency has also revised its 2026 outlook, predicting moderate demand growth and sustained production levels. Experts say this could create a structural imbalance in the oil market, leading to a prolonged period of price instability. Meanwhile, the relationship between the United States and China remains strained, after Washington imposed additional port fees on Chinese goods. Beijing has responded with its own tariff adjustments, triggering new uncertainty in the global trade system. Analysts believe this dispute may directly impact energy flows, as both nations are among the world's largest consumers of oil. The weakening Chinese yuan and a stronger US dollar are also pressuring global commodity prices, making oil more expensive for importers in emerging markets. Economists say the situation mirrors trends last seen in late 2019, when similar factors led to sharp volatility in energy markets. Investors have also noted a shift in the oil futures curve, from backwardation to contango, a sign that traders expect higher prices in the future than at present. This typically suggests oversupply conditions, as oil producers compete to store and sell later rather than immediately. Shipping rates for crude oil have also fallen, reflecting lower demand across the Atlantic and Pacific routes. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries (OPEC) has yet to announce any emergency production cuts, though internal discussions are reportedly underway. According to sources close to OPEC's technical committee, member states are divided on whether to intervene. Some producers argue that current price levels could threaten national budgets and fiscal stability. Others believe the market will self-correct once refinery operations resume post-maintenance season. In addition to energy market concerns, global economic sentiment has weakened amid multiple geopolitical risks. Tensions in the Middle East remain high, following renewed violence and failed ceasefire efforts. In Europe, policymakers are preparing for the upcoming Budapest summit, where world leaders will discuss strategies to stabilize trade and energy flows. U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin are expected to meet to discuss the ongoing Ukraine crisis and potential security cooperation. Meanwhile, African markets are facing renewed instability, following the recent military coup in Madagascar. The new interim government has pledged to restore order, but uncertainty continues to weigh on regional trade. On the scientific front, excitement is growing, as astronomers track the interstellar comet known as 3I Atlas. The comet is expected to pass near Earth at the end of October, providing rare opportunities for direct observation and data collection. NASA and ESA missions are already preparing to analyze the comet's chemical composition and trajectory. Space agencies say the event could help scientists better understand the origins of interstellar objects Elsewhere, the International Monetary Fund has published its latest report, forecasting slower global growth in 2025. According to the IMF, advanced economies are expected to expand by only 1.5%, while emerging markets could see modest growth of just above 4%. Inflation remains elevated in several regions, forcing central banks to maintain tight monetary policies. The report warns that if trade disruptions continue, global output could shrink further in 2026. On the environmental front, the World Meteorological Organization has issued a new alert about the potential return of La Niña. Meteorologists caution that temperature patterns may shift dramatically, impacting rainfall, droughts, and crop cycles worldwide. Governments are urged to prepare for unpredictable climate effects and strengthen early warning systems. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization has revealed the official theme for World No Tobacco Day 2026, Unmasking the Appeal, Countering Nicotine and Tobacco Addiction. The campaign aims to raise awareness about the growing global addiction to nicotine-based products. WHO officials emphasize that stricter policies and education are needed to reduce smoking rates among young adults. In sports, anticipation builds for the 2025 European Darts Championship, set to begin on October 23 in Dortmund, Germany. 32 top players will compete for a prize pool of £600,000. Defending champion Richie Edhouse failed to qualify, opening the field for new contenders to claim the title. Sports analysts predict intense competition as fans return to packed arenas after pandemic restrictions. In the technology sector, several major AI firms have announced new initiatives focused on transparency and ethics. These efforts come amid growing public debate about artificial intelligence, misinformation, and data privacy. Analysts expect governments to introduce stronger regulations as AI integration expands across industries. Financial markets remain mixed, with Wall Street posting slight gains while Asian stocks retreat. Investors are balancing optimism about innovation with caution over inflation and geopolitical risk. Currency markets are also volatile, with the Japanese yen showing strength against major currencies. Gold prices rose slightly as investors sought safety, while cryptocurrency markets remain steady after recent corrections. As the week progresses, analysts anticipate continued fluctuations in energy, tech, and commodities sectors. Global leaders and economic institutions are calling for cooperation to address these challenges collectively. From rising oil inventories to shifting power dynamics, the world enters another critical week of transition. Stay tuned to World Pulse News for continuing coverage and in-depth global analysis.